The class of 1974 from West Bloomfield High School on site tonight for a battle between two teams in the green and white. Hello and welcome to another exquisite evening of West Bloomfield Laker football. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Matt Catoni as the Lakers come in 2-3 tonight against a surging 4-1 Lake Orion. We are expecting an incredible matchup tonight against two teams that match up really well on paper. Lakers looking to have their stars shine on all three phases of the game, but someone that's kind of been really underrated for the Lakers and making a huge impact defensively has been Jonathan Edison Jr. so far this season, taking 150 snaps, yet to allow a single catch or a single touchdown. He had 15 tackles and a forced fumble in the first 5 weeks of the season, had that key strip sack also a few weeks back, and this is a top 50 player in the Oakland Activities Association, and altogether a key player on the defense for these Lakers against a Lake Orion team that has a lot of weapons in the receiving corps. And here come the West Bloomfield Lakers, led by Devin James, an athletic dynamo himself in the Laker 88. And a flag being carried by one of the linemen coming in as the Lakers look to make a huge move in the OAA Red Division. Nothing quite like knocking off number one to make that move. As we get ready for this kickoff, just a few minutes away between the West Bloomfield Lakers and the Lake Orion Dragons. But first, we'll go to Laker Express for the singing of the national anthem. Trips to the left for the Dragons. T.R. Hill in the shotgun with Ruffalo in the backfield. Hill looking left, caught at the 49-yard line, breaks a tackle up to the 40-yard line. There goes Jackie Vasquez for a first down. Jackie Vasquez is a tough player, also plays lacrosse for the Lake Orion Dragons, and one of those guys that can make plays both on and off the ball, mostly getting credited by head coach and offensive coordinator Chris Bell for his off-ball action. As Cooper goes in motion on first downs, a handoff up the gut for Lake Orion. It's Vasquez again, not going to go anywhere this time. As we resume play after the touchdown and penalty, Hill, option out of the quarterback position up to the 20, breaks free, shifting left inside the 10, inside the 5, corner and a touchdown. T.R. Hill puts the Lake Orion Dragons back on the board. It's going to set up a 3rd and long for the Lakers back at the original line of scrimmage. Jackson out of the gun, case of snap, getting chased, throws outside, and oh man! In and out of the hands of Cameron Flowers. That possibly would have been 6 for number 6. After one at West Bloomfield High School, it's a 7-0 lead for the Lake Orion Dragons. A 4.5-minute drive to open the game ended in a T.R. Hill touchdown in Laker territory. And now Lake Orion back on offense again as we begin the second period at West Bloomfield High School. Down 7-0 with 10:21 to play in the first half at West Bloomfield High School. The Lakers trying to get back up the ranks in the OAA Red Division. They are dead last, the only team in the division yet to win a game against one of their divisional opponents this season. Low snap to Jackson, handoff, Tate shifts inside to the left, shifts again at the 20, still on his feet, barrels up and spins to the 25. Josh Tate surpassing 300 yards last week, surpasses 350 yards already this week, still leads the Lakers in touchdowns offensively with 4 on the season. Low snap to Jackson on first down, throws out to his left side, caught by Durham. He slides on the field. The turf monster gets him, but he escapes up to the 50. It's 50-50. Half the time this season when the Lakers have been in the red zone, they have got in the end zone. Can they do it to tie the ball game up early in the second period with 7:50 and ticking to go in the half, down 7-0. Snap, screen run. Outside from Malcolm Gibson, breaks a tackle inside the 5, reaching for the end zone and pushed out of bounds at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Wildcat, Tate, touchdown WB. Touchdown number 5 on the season. Look at that, through the tightest of spaces. The cave diver in the Laker 3 gets into the end zone with the PAT. We can tie this thing up. And it tells you again how important the special teams phase is in every single game. We talked about it before the game began tonight. Not having Justin Ward out there, a huge loss for the Lakers because nearly perfect on extra points. One bad snap was the difference as Josh Tate exasperated after a really tough drive. Boy, did he put the team on his back. Off the Lake Orion timeout, 3:25 to go in the first half. The Dragons surging toward the Laker end zone, up 7-6. Out of the shotgun, Hill takes it himself on the option. Up inside the 5, he's going to walk into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night. Low snap getting chased, escapes a tackler. Now he's looking long, past the 50-yard line and more. Caught! What a grab! Elijah Durham does it again. This man is unbelievable. Jackson not seeing a lot of action last week in comparison to Jamal Shakespeare. That more because of the matchup with the Clarkston Wolves. And we're seeing some of that talent, that arm talent, that awareness for now a 3-year starter at the varsity level coming in from Catholic Central. Shotgun snap low to Jackson, looking to his right side, pump fake, shifts forward, throws up, and in the end zone. Jaden Allos, touchdown WB. Out of the Wildcat, Josh Tate with 3 blockers, gonna go outside the tackles, gonna try to escape, throws it in the end zone, looks like it's caught. They're gonna give it to him. We are tied at the Swamp. Flowers gets the grab on that 2-point conversion. And you know what? We gotta go and say it. Bo Jackson's got some criticism from the first 5 weeks of the season. There's been a lot of questions about whether or not Cam Flowers was being involved properly. Here we see Bo Jackson show that arm talent, show that awareness. Then on a 2-point conversion, we see Cam Flowers make a play in traffic. This Lakers talent is showing up when it counts, and we are tied against the Lake Orion Dragons with under a minute to play in the first half, and there's a penalty on top of that. Laker halftime show coming up in just a moment after the clock strikes 0 on these first 24 minutes. But the Lakers going to get another try at this. 7 seconds left in the half. Same formation, 2 split, short to the left and 3 to the right. Jackson out of the gun, looking, searching, moves up, moves around, moves to the right side, calling out his shots, goes up the field, and it is intercepted. Here come the Dragons on the other direction. They're still on their feet. They're still going, and they're going all the way. Oh, man. A disastrous play at the end of the half sees Austin Kahn get in for 6 for Lake Orion. The kick by Hoffman is through. That will end the half. 21 for Lake Orion and 14 for West Bloomfield. We'll take a break and come back with the Laker halftime show on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. At the break at West Bloomfield High School, it was a tie ball game at 14, but then the end of the half couldn't have gone any worse for the Lakers. A pick 6 as time expired makes it a 21-14 game in favor of the Lake Orion Dragons. Matt, a lot of good in that first half for the Lakers, though probably their best first half against a contender that we've seen all season long. Welcome back to the Laker halftime show on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Alongside my partner, Matt Gattoni, I'm Tyler Kieft. The Lakers down 21-14 at the half. Had a really back-and-forth matchup in those first 24 minutes with the Dragons tonight, Matt. But this is where we got to bring up the questions for the Lakers. In those competitive matchups in the past several weeks, last week against Clarkston, a few weeks back against Rochester Adams, week number 2 against Birmingham Grove. Similar story in the first half, but the second half's been where their opponent has surged. What do the Lakers need to do in half number 2 to keep that momentum they had in the final minutes of the second period and make this a competitive game that ends in the win column tonight? In week number 2, Coach Hilbers told me his biggest critique of the team after that Groves game is they just got outgunned in the physical aspects of the game. After the loss on the road against Rochester Adams, he said, look, the defensive attrition played into it. It was just out physical, and it came down to who wanted it more. That fight in that second half seemed to be more along the lines of what Rochester Adams had in mind versus the Lakers. And last week he said, look, we were really close in that game against Clarkston. We played them really well through pretty much the first 3 quarters of that game, and that last half of the fourth quarter is where things sort of took a turn in terms of Clarkston. So play physical, play with a head of steam, and close out that ball game. It's all things that we've seen the Lakers in spurts this season, and certainly in this first half tonight's show, they are very much capable of. Man in motion is Devin James, right to left across the field. Handoff to Tate, right side, outside the tackles, breaks one, free at the 40-yard line, first down and more. Here comes Josh Tate and out of bounds. Shotgun snap to Bo Jackson, play action, end zone, touchdown WB. There's Elijah Durham once again. And the Lakers trail by just 7 after disaster struck at the end of the first half on a pick 6. And then Lake Orion making quick work in the second half after a 3-and-out from West Bloomfield and some penalties. Now, just like that, it's a 7-point ball game once again, and you rely on that defense to stop TR Hill and Lake Orion and give you a shot to get back in this ball game. Jackie Vasquez and Jamari Cooper will be back for the Lake Orion Dragons as Justin Ward, the dynamic kicker of the Lakers, will come out and boot it once again to Lake Orion. From the 40-yard line. Shows his stuff down to the 3-yard line. It's going to be returned up to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. He won't even get there. Ball's out! Here come the West Bloomfield Lakers. It is knocked free, and Kylo Dickerson, the hero, pulls it in. These last 3 weeks, all caps special on the special teams. The Lakers get a touchdown to make it a 7-point ball game, and the special teams sets them up at Lake Orion's 20-yard line. 1st and goal for West Bloomfield at the Lake Orion 3-yard line. Josh Tate going to be in at the Wildcat. Vegas Say in the backfield. Nate Herbert back there, and Cam Flowers short side right. Tate takes it outside, looking to the end zone, and he's going to get what he deserves. Touchdown for West Bloomfield. If these are the Lakers, that is the anchor, Josh Tate. His 2nd touchdown tonight, number 6 on the season, and the Lakers are 1 point away from tying this thing up. Ward with the PAT, through the uprights, and we are tied, 28-28. It's Laker football at Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. Welcome back to Laker football on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. If you're just tuning in, you got about 15 seconds till the kickoff, so grab your popcorn, because we are tied at West Bloomfield High School, 28 apiece, with 5:19 to go in the 3rd period, as West Bloomfield has surged back with 14 points in just over 3.5 minutes. The 3rd down snap to Jackson. Steps up in the pocket. Looking long, looking past the 50, and looking into the hands of Cam Flowers. There's your big play, number 6. For a guy that had 1,000+ yards all-purpose last season, including 478 yards in the air, and has only gotten 94 yards the first 5 weeks of the season. Cam Flowers makes a massive gainer for West Bloomfield, and they have a chance to get back in the driver's seat and take the lead as we are late in the 3rd, approaching the 4th quarter. As we'll approach the midway point of this 4th and final period in regulation at West Bloomfield High School. In the OAA division rivalry that's always seeming to be a classic, we got another one on our hands in the Swamp tonight. 1 man in the backfield to the right of the quarterback and a man in motion. There'll be a handoff on a sweep. Flowers gonna go back inside, got some space, going outside to the 30, to the 40, up to the 50. Cameron Flowers on the sideline and down inside the 20. Down to the 15, Cam Flowers, Ferrari, 0-60. Too late for a warning on that rocket launch from the Toledo commit. West Bloomfield, 1st down, deep in Lake Orion territory. And here comes Josh Tate. Here comes the Bulldog for a touchdown. Hill from under center. Snap, and he's looking up the field toward a sideline. It's picked. Here comes West Bloomfield. Going back the other direction, pulled out of bounds. And it is picked off. Kalik Robinson, pick number 2 on the season, does it again at home, and now puts West Bloomfield in position to take a commanding lead. They're gonna fake it. They're gonna run to the right, run back inside, going toward the end zone. Right there, does he have it? Lake Orion says yes. West Bloomfield says no. And so do the officials. It is no good. We'll take a second look at that as Jackie Vasquez takes it outside, takes it inside between the defenders, and gets tripped up. His knee goes down before he can make that reach, and it is no good. Take another look at that as Calvin Brown at master control rolls that back. Roll back a little bit more, right about there. Knee is down. And so that is down at about the 1 yard line. It is that close. The two-pointer does not go. And instead, it is 41-49. But make no mistake, this is still very much in play for Lake Orion. It's the OAA DNA. Do not assume that you got this one locked up. Look at this scene with 20 seconds left. The Lakers needed that signature win. You'll have that on your checklist after a bunch of disappointments against the powers of the OAA. And tonight, the Lakers back on top. Final score, West Bloomfield 49, Lake Orion 41 as we get into the handshake line. After this one, Matt, and really look back on this game and say, it was a statement win for a team that needed a statement, not necessarily for anybody outside of West Bloomfield High School, but for their own team in that locker room to say, we still got this. Rochester Adams, the only team to have concluded their OAA Red Division season tonight with that loss against Oxford. They go to 2-2 in the OAA Red Division. Lake Orion goes to 1-2 in the division, going up against Clarkston next week, who's 2-1 with wins over West Bloomfield, with a win over West Bloomfield last week. And then Oxford also 2-1 coming into West Bloomfield next week. So there are scenarios where Lake Orion, Clarkston, West Bloomfield, Oxford, and Rochester Adams could all be 2-2 at the end of next week. But that's going to be next week as you see the Lakers in their scrum celebrating a 49-41 victory. That's where we will leave you tonight, and we thank you for tuning in to Laker football on Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM.